Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Alexander Hilly123 here, and it's time to continue Dead Space 2 Hardcore Difficulty Walkthrough. We're on Chapter 4 here. And we're in the Church of Unitology here, which is obviously all a piss take of Scientology, which is pretty... I won't say common, but people spoke about it a lot more around about the time of the first two Dead Space games. I'm sure there are still maniacs who believe in it, but you don't really hear about it as much these days. Anyway, let's see what we're doing in the old shop here. We're buying 2 more nodes. Got a bit of plasma energy to sell. And at this stage, I also buy a stasis pack. You can hear that ethereal music in the background as well. Really good atmosphere. And we're going to grind, perhaps, towards TK. What we're going to do? Oh, damage in the pulse rifle. Let's get it up to 1. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Damage and the alt fire of the line gun improved. That alt fire is devastating. And we'll just put an empty one into the rig. Still deciding that it's not worthwhile with the stasis yet. I think I will probably grind for the stasis within the next chapter or two. Put a good 4 or 5 nodes into it, I think. I always make sure to press listen on those as I walk past, even though I'm not listening to them. But we've got a really interesting encounter coming up here, I think. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, now you see an infector on your path as you're walking past it, and line gun that motherfucker. And there's going to be another one. We don't want them to create more necromorphs, but there's another one. Wonderful. And this is another room where the spawns will differ ever so slightly from playthrough to playthrough. Sometimes you'll get more necros coming in like 10 seconds after the last one, like no. And these ones are very, very delayed. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Because by this point, I'm thinking it's all done. But as we can see, there are reinforcements, and even when the reinforcements come in, there's 3 of them. And I'm taking a split second here to think of what to do. Because I was anticipating maybe 1 or 2, if any. And instead I got 2 slashers and a puker. Because at first I was thinking, oh, I'll lob the puke back. But if you've got another slasher running at you, you don't have the time to get ready to catch the puke. Those are some of the kind of split-second decisions you've got to make on this game. On the harder difficulties. Indoctrination. Indoctrination is a pleasant, joyous event. Oh dear Lord. As we can see, we've got another decompression window there. I think all workplaces should have a decompression window. You just never know who's going to get sucked out. That was sucked out, ladies and gentlemen. But as we can see, we've got a spike in this room, so I'm going to make the most of it. And get rid of our 3 friendly visitors. And keep them locked out. You can get crushed by these doors, so always stasis them when they're on the way upwards. And as we can see, we've got the security suit. Really cool suit. It allows you to have more spaces in your inventory. It's got better armor. Well worth getting. And I believe we're going to be visited by Nicole. Holy shit. I'm really hungry. As I did mention before, I think I'm going to have some fruit. Some apples and grapes, ladies and gentlemen. Now this, is it the... Oh, it's a Stalker room. It's the introduction to the Stalkers. I did mention in a prior part, either 1, 2 or 3 of course, that there's a particular fight with the Stalkers that goes really badly in this Let's Play, this walkthrough. And that's true, but it isn't this one. This one is really easy to contain. When you first play this game, these guys and their AI, if you try and chase after them, it just doesn't work well. You're not meant to chase after them, so... I think this is on my first ever playthrough, Dead Space 2, way back in 2014, I think this is the first place where I died. Almost certain I played it on normal difficulty as well.
There's something in the church. It broke the door.
Hang on, I'll try to override all
It broke the door.
Hurry. There's something out here too.
Alrighty, so the gates have come down, and now these motherfuckers are roaming. You'll see them peek the head out before they're going to charge. Although they are quite... Oh, this guy's close up. Which isn't good, really. You don't want them that close up. But you can use their claws as TK. And then just finish them off. If you're really quick, you could use the claws twice and not use any ammo, but... I don't want them running off. Obviously, these guys are so fast. And we're done.
Isaac, I can't unlock the elevator. Can you do anything from your end?
Let me see what I can do.
Okay. Once you're through, you'll go through the...
So chapter 5, the crypt, coming up.
It's very important.
And...
No.
There's a few tricky fights there, but overall, should be okay. It's chapters 6 and 7, which are tough. Now, we're running out of time for this particular video, but I just want to say that in regards to your free saves, if there is anybody out there who, nearly 10 years after this game has been released, is looking to do hardcore for the first time, I would say you need to get at least to the start of chapter 7 before you make a save. Maybe chapter 6, you know, chapter 6 is tough itself, but really you need to be doing the first 6 chapters before making your first save. I make my first save at the start of chapter 7. I make my second save during chapter 10, back on the Ishimura, which is possibly, arguably, the hardest in the game and the longest. Oh, baby! And my third save is just at the end of 13 with the eye poke machine. Now, this room is shit. I am running away here. Stasis, get that conductor. Stasis him. What do I do here? Oh, I drop a bomb. And that works really well, to be honest with you, because if you bide your time there, as you can see, one of those slashers has got swarmers on him, and when they've got swarmers on them, the necromorphs are tougher and they're harder to kill, so I can't be bothered with it. I missed out on a few credits there, but overall, it's best to go quick. For me, at least, in that room. It's a bit of an awkward one. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in Chapter 5.